Professor Kevin Curran is with us as well. Good morning to you, Kevin. Thanks for being here.
Good morning, Elaine.
Are we any clearer on knowing what exactly caused the outage, Kevin?
Oh, we do. We know that it was a bug in the software, really, where a piece of code tried to call a part of memory which wasn't allocated as such. So it was a null pointer. It was a very simple one-liner code actually caused this. And of course, the main question we're asking is about quality assurance within CrowdStrike. That were they using the proper testing tools, which apparently they were not. And also, again, the question about how they rolled this out, that they didn't adopt what we would say is best practice, a phased rollout, where you don't roll it out globally to everyone, that you do it to 1% of computers, or you do it in a region and such, and then you wait for the feedback to come back. And of course, that would come back very quickly, that machines were crashing. And that's what they should have done. And of course, what happens is that they presume that the code was correct. And like I said, it only takes one line, one item within a file to corrupt, again, all these 8.5 million computers and counting around the world.
Yeah, and look where that led. It's unbelievable, isn't it? And in terms...
Oh, totally. I mean,
No, go on ahead, sorry.
Oh, I mean, there's a lot of course. I mean, the company CrowdStrike were valued at 84 billion before this, of course, and that they controlled 25% of what we call this endpoint detection and response market, which is really an antivirus, more clever than maybe what you would have on your ordinary PC, of course. And this only affects enterprise, really, that it doesn't affect home users. Thank goodness again. But still, even with 25%, they're the market leader within that sector, of course, but they have caused a lot of damage to themselves and, of course, to people around the world. And even I just noticed today that Elon Musk says that they're removing CrowdStrike software from all their computers in his companies.
Oh, really? What I was going to ask you actually on that was, how long will it take to get all systems back up and running? Because what I have read certainly is that it seems to say that the software bug has been fixed, but now a manual reboot of every affected Microsoft computer is needed. Is that right?
Within hours, we knew what the problem was, and the fix was available. The problem, of course, is that it has to be manually installed. That means an IT technician has to visit every single PC. And you might think, okay, well, that's not the end of the world, but there's one person I follow on Twitter, and he's in charge of 250,000 computers. Now, how long is that going to take? So therefore, it depends on the company. It depends on how many computers the company has. And it depends on how good their IT, well, not how good their IT, it depends on how many computers the company has, for them to get their systems back. But of course, there are complications. You just don't reboot every single machine the way you might have done 10, 20 years ago. That nowadays, what you have is recovery keys. In other words, what we have is full disk encryption. So therefore, if someone steals a hard drive, they can't get into it. They have to have the password. Again, that's best practice. Mm-hmm. Some of these, and of course, if you have thousands of computers, again, you don't really write these passwords down, these recovery keys. They're kept on, of course, a computer. What happened to a lot of companies is the keys to the kingdom, these recovery keys are themselves stored on a Microsoft PC, which has also got blue screen of death. So the people the IT teams needing to restore the computers back from the blue screen of death can't get into the recovery keys because that machine is actually blue screen of death again. So there are, again, depending on the company, how they've done it, whatever else, that not everyone will have a straightforward return to normalcy again. And it also depends, like I said, on how many computers you have. And also the problem is a lot of IT support is outsourced. So therefore, company A, B, C, D all could be using a company which comes along and does their computers. And the problem is that the IT support, third-party IT support teams are dealing with everyone at the one time. So it depends on when will they be able to get around to company X or whatever else. So that is also a problem.
Okay, thanks very much for that. Appreciate it. Thank you. Professor Kevin Curran there, cyber security expert based at Ulster University's McGee campus. Just coming up to